Hey folks, it's Maxie here and welcome to a new TEW2020 video. You join me while I'm recording this in the middle of summer and I've somehow stumbled across the flu, so apologies if my voice is a little bit off. Whilst All In would have occurred by the time this goes live, as I'm recording, not even a match has been announced, so we don't know how this will stack up in comparison. But I just wanted a wee show where we can get a few storylines progressed, we can set up a few things for All Out, and we can be in a position where we have the winners of both the men's and women's Owen Hart Foundation tournaments crowned, and obviously set up, where they could be potentially challenging for championships. It's going to be in Wembley Stadium, similar to real life, but we obviously do not have a prior show to go again, so it'll be interesting to see how we do. I'm going to refrain from the motivational speech. I want to hold that for All Out, because, no pun intended, I want us to go all out. So sit back, relax. This is All In, down in 2027. So in this era of AEW, we have sold out Wembley Stadium, 90,000 in attendance. Now you'll notice there'll be a few 8-man tag or 8-person tags in this instance, just to get as many big names on the card as possible. We start off with the women, and it was a superb wrestling match that saw Anna Jay, Elena Black, Maya Iwatani and Veronica defeat the team of Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, Io Shirai, the Shine Champion Priscilla Kelly, and Ty Mello, when Veronica won in 14:54 with a locked right slice. 84 is pretty damn remarkable. Here you can see there Veronica still doing one of the poor ratings. So the overness is class, but the skill set is slowly creeping up to the 40s, so she's getting there. Maybe you'll have people like Iwatani who'll carry it. I would say a very good job there from Io Shirai, and Anna Jay doing some good stuff as well. Now you'll notice with people like Anna Jay have really come on, they have been in like the Elite Dome, training like nothing else. I've actually opened up like 3 or 4, I think it's 3 more performance centres, so they can all keep honing their skills. All the younger talents that are still like under 30, they can still become the best wrestlers possible. It's probably something I've not utilised enough. Maybe I've given the likes of Anna Jay a good boost from it. Hook's there, just to name 2, but there's plenty of them now. They're all training under that. I think Priscilla Kelly's there, even though she's pretty decent. Veronica's been there the whole time, so that's probably a big factor in her improvement. But 84, as I say, I've got the Elite Dome, I've got the Nightwear Factory, I've got the Collision course, I've got something to do with Dynamite and something to do with Rampage as well. But nice opener, displaying some of the women who went on the card. Then moved on to a superb matchup, but I've been teasing for a few weeks here, and this was Darby Allin and Randy Orton. So good, I'm combining them into one person there. But I was just really to give Darby a good rub here, and he wins a superb match in 11:29 with the cop and drop. 77, Darby by 91. Obviously Randy's on a big physical decline, and will obviously slowly but surely phase him out. I mean, an 11-minute matchup, and he's already getting stamina issues. But don't worry, we haven't forgot about the feud that Jacob Fatu and Jay Fatu are trying to inflict on Darby Allin, and they basically beat the crap out of Darby after the matchup. It's just basically them saying, remember us, don't forget about us, we're here to make a statement. 73, Darby's performance was fantastic. Moving along into 8-man tag action and some other folk that should have been on the card, but we had nothing running for them going into All In. It was a superb wrestling match with great heat, and it was the heels that took the win here, with Jay White, Sammy Guevara and La Faction Ingo Bernables defeating Hangman Adam Page, Hiromu Takahashi, Keith Lee and El Hijo del Vikingo in 17:57, when Jay White pinned Keith Lee with the Blade Runner. And 87, rush off his game. Not bad to get a 92 performance in your off your game. You can see there that Sammy and Britt are now obviously aligned as manager, so that's good that they're playing off each other well. In terms of performances, Jay White had the weakest performance. That is crazy, considering how damn good Jay White is. Innit? Wow. Still good though. 87. Solid stuff. Then a little promo here from Maxwell Jacob Friedman. He's going to be taking on Kento Miyahara. And he just basically says, oh great, they wanted me to have a match up here. Alright, I've got this Kento guy. Cool, okay, I need to wrestle on the other side of the world. Okay, that's fine, let's do it. 84, I'll get this match done in no time. says MJF. They actually had a spectacular match up here. Now, Kento's obviously someone I'd recruited that wasn't very over, but the skill set is phenomenal. He'd also carry this with psychology, and I felt like it was a good match to really showcase how good MJF is as well. So the match itself was superb wrestling, great heat, and MJF defeated Kento Miyahara in 13:32 while using the ropes for leverage. 93 performance is fantastic for the segment, and 92 for MJF. We're slowly getting Kento over. I think once I get him to like 80 over, he's going to be one of our main guys. But tainted win, gets MJF on the card, and yeah, just solid stuff all round. We then have a little promo here from Cody Rhodes, and he basically is slagging off Prince Devitt. Not quite Devitt's home country, but obviously done a lot of work within the UK. And he says it's a shame that All Ego Ethan Page couldn't be here. He wants to not entertain the UK fans. He wants to stay and take care of his company in Canada. That's the reason why he wasn't available. But it's fine. We've got a 6-man tag coming up, and we're still going to prove you're past it. I've heard you've enlisted the help of 2 friends. I've enlisted the help of, well, 2 of my friends that have quite a history with yourself, and will just show continually that you are past it. 71. And the match itself was not great for their standards. So I know he's still very respectable, but for their standards it's not great. Superb match. Prince Devitt and Generico defeat Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks in 13:52 when Generico pinned Cody with the Brainbuster. But you can see there the physical decliners really hit Prince Devitt as he was the weak link, struggling to keep up with everyone else's in-ring performance, and that showed with all performances over 80. Apart from Prince Devitt with a 69. Good stuff there from Nick Jackson with the 91. But we only utilise an 80 rated segment. We handle a change which is a gimmick change for Matt Jackson. He's a prima donna now with an initial rating of great. Moving swiftly on to some 6-man tag action from our Rampage with a little bit of collision dabbled in there. It was a good matchup, and it saw the team of the youngsters in this one, Daniel Garcia, Hook and Jack Perry, defeating the team of Bryan Danielson, Pac and Swerve Strickland in 14:06 when Garcia submitted Bryan Danielson with a sharpshooter. So overall, a 79. You can see there, Pac still holds a very good performance level, but Bryan Danielson not so much there with a 75. But we're just lengthening that feud between Danielson and Garcia. Pac also getting better at his gimmick. After the matchup, these two still keep brawling, but it is Danielson getting the upper hand. He's obviously managed to get out the submission hold, gets a cheap shot, and then he runs in, beats him down a bit more before escaping, before Hook and Jungle Boy Jack Perry get to him. 71. We move on to have an elaborate over-the-top entrance for obviously one of our key women from the UK, which is of course Saraya. The fans go wild for their homegrown hero, and a 70 rated segment. So it was a women's tag for them, showcasing, as I say, various talents that are obviously over here, with likes of Becky Quinn, obviously, same again, done a lot of stuff in the UK, but obviously from Ireland. Our babyface tag champs, Alexa Cabrera and Jade Cargill, and let's not forget, people like Demi Bennett, who done some good stuff for NXT UK, and Toni Storm, who had a predominantly UK background as well, despite of course being from New Zealand. But a good matchup here. Saraya, Becky, Alexa and Jade defeat the team of Bayley, Demi, Toni Storm and Deonna Purrazzo in 12:49 when Saraya pinned Bayley with the Rip Cracker. A 78 here. You can see Saraya probably one of the weaker performances. Could add in Toni there as well, which is a shame because both are incredible. But Demi Bennett bringing an 88 performance there. She's still ever improving, and hopefully we can continue to make that happen. As I say, she'll get plenty of title reigns as the course of the save goes on. And the only negative there is Deonna's getting a little bit stale, but if I remember, we'll get that gimmick changed for the Virtuosa. Then had the tag match. We said it had been set up after the return of the Gun Club, and it was about they had some good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd as the Lucha Bros defeat the Gun Club in 11:02 when Penta pinned Colton with an assisted Fear Factor. Fourth defence of the AEW World Tag Titles for the Lucha Bros. And 80 I think is pretty good. They've carried the guns to something fairly respectable. Colton and Austin will obviously develop. We'll send them away to the dojos, getting them improving, and we'll book them strongly in Collision to get them to a good place. But 80 is a pretty good start. You can see there, well, Penta and Ray, 90 performances fantastic. Then with some hype package for Jon Moxley versus Pete Dunne. This feud's been stemming for a few weeks now. Moxley wants to get his hands on Pete Dunne. It's finally going to happen in Pete's home country, and that's a 67. Bit disappointing that, to be fair. And the match itself did not go well with a separated shoulder for Pete Dunne. That's going to take him out of action for a little bit. I'm assuming that's going to cost him the rematch as well, because in about they had fantastic heat and good wrestling. Pete Dunne defeated Jon Moxley in 14-14 with underhanded tactics and a separated shoulder. A 76, some good performances here. I think they'd have maybe just made the 80s, but as I say, I wanted to go with a rematch at All In. All Out, sorry. I don't think that's going to happen. I think a separated shoulder will be a wee bit too long. But yeah, as I say, we'll see how bad the injury is going forward. Thanks for that, Shawn Michaels. You can see as well, Jon Moxley got some heat, because it was his mistake that has caused Pete Dunne to get hurt. Then I had the hype package for the big matchup. Kenny Omega then says some word about Ibushi. It says fans have been dreaming for this matchup for years and years and years to happen in AEW, and it's finally going to happen in front of 90,000 in the UK. He says they might be great friends, they might have a great history, but tonight's the night that Kenny proves he is the better man. He is the golden one. And they deliver an exceptional matchup, but it's Kota Ibushi who picks up the win in 24-47 with a Kamengoi. I think that's how that's pronounced. A 91, Ibushi by 92, Kenny by 86. I think if there was an instance where Kenny's physically breaking down, the fact that he's drawn an 86 in this kind of matchup, when I think realistically at the start of this mod he could have been hitting the 90s where he's fully over. Stamina made it last a bit too long, going 24 minutes, and the physical decline is there to see. So still exceptional stuff between Kenny and Kota, and good to get that matchup happening in AEW. Then move on to the women's Owen Hart Foundation final, and it was about that had great wrestling and good heat. And it is our Dynamite's Mercedes Moné defeating Sarai and Jamie Hayter in 13:48, where Mercedes submitted Jamie Hayter with a bank statement in her home country, meaning Jamie doesn't get the big moment, but I wanted to do that Veronica Mercedes matchup again, so it was a bit obvious it was going to go to Mercedes. She carries the match in terms of in-ring performance. Sarai was off her game, but Mercedes won 92. It's a shame her gimmick's getting stale, so her and Diona are two we're going to have to fix, but an 82 is the final result. And because you may have noticed, we haven't had a massive promo segment. There's your cheap 100. Mercedes says this is it. She's fed up with this unbeaten record. She's fed up with the fluky wins. She is going to be the one that stops Veronica well before she gets anywhere near 100. She is the best in this company, and she's going to prove it. So 100 rated segment for that. Move straight into the men's final, I believe. Nope. Just a wee casual Will Ospreay Taylor Black match that I kind of put in at the last minute. Yep, I was looking through and I'm like, I don't have anything for Ospreay. Let's give him Taylor Black. These two have never faced each other in this save in one-on-one competition, which surprised me. I thought they would have. But superb wrestling match, great heat, and Ospreay picks up the win in 18:43 with the Stormbreaker. 91, both guys with a good performance. Obviously, make that. Oh, was that just regular? So, still a chance to make that a steal of the show in the future and see if they can go under 15 minutes and possibly have a really high rating. But good stuff for Ospreay. It gets him back on the winning column. Now it will be the men's final, which delivers us an 85, and it is a superb matchup that saw Adam Cole defeat Tyler Bate and El Lindaman in 9:50, when Adam Cole pinned El Lindaman with the flying cross body. So I made it short, I made it sweet, but I made it... No, I just made it regular. I might have not gave them more time, I might have just put that in and left it, but hey, I actually think that worked to his betterment. So Adam Cole wins it for the second time. Adam Cole versus Takeshita or Walter going forward. But interestingly, Tyler Bate carried the match in terms of in-ring performance, so maybe that Tyler Bate push is going to come sooner rather than later. But still, 91 plays 81 and 81, 85, and Adam Cole, baby, picks up his second. Owen. He celebrates to the crowd going mild with a 79 rated segment. Fair enough. Now it's time for your main event, World Championship on the line, babyface versus babyface. Takeshita versus Walter, and they deliver a 90. Exceptional matchup here as Takeshita defeats Walter in 30 minutes and 8 seconds by pinfall with a javelin kick. This gives Takeshita his 5th defence of the AEW World Championship. So a 90 here. I think it would have drew a bit better if it was babyface versus villain. But we can check here, you can see inconsistency of Takeshita. The odd face heel combination would have penalised that a little bit as well. But still, good to get these two facing each other. And I don't think we'll quite get a 90, but I think we could be maybe like a 96, 97 with a high promo and the boosts as well. So hopefully a good show here within the UK. 98. So close, but no cigar, but a lot of good stuff there. As I say, we've set up a few things for All Out. I think there's at least 4 matches we can say there, but I've got another 2 weeks now to book ahead a full card, and we can look forward to that one. I'm going to be happy with that. As I say, a 98 rated show, 56 regions have been improved. I'm just going to quickly go up to the main screen and we'll see how bad that Pete Dunne injury is. So let's find out together how it was. So you can see absolute success for the show, brilliant. But Pete Dunne, a few weeks, that's promising. 15 days, he's going to miss All Out though. By 2 days. But he can work angles. So we'll see what we can do. But I think Moxley and Pete Dunne is still a long way to go. We can see there we've obviously still got Carmelo Casanova. We've still got Ricky Starks and Ricochet away with rehab issues. They'll be back in 3 and 4 months respectively. Canna's obviously had the concussion since retired, so there's not much we can do there. Further Rosa in 9 days, and then we have a clean slate with no injuries. So I've got 2 weeks worth of Dynamites, Collisions and Rampages to book, but I will see you next week, 13 days in game for AEW All Out. Thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Maybe check out the Fantasy Bookers subreddit, the Grey Dog software forums and all the other fantastic bookers, content creators, and of course the people who do the fantastic work with mods, graphics, etc. We would nowhere near have any of this fun if it wasn't for those and the hours of commitment they put in. So thank you very much guys and girls, and I'll catch you later. Bye bye.